Think back to the last time you used an LG phone. It probably wasn't a smartphone, and if you're anything like me, it was probably the chocolate. Since then, LG has struggled to break out of the mid-range game and jump into the top-tier smartphone market. Well, now is the time to get excited because LG has just released their new flagship phone. Hey, I'm Joshua Vergara for Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And this is the LG Optimus G from Sprint. Let's jump right in. Look how gorgeous this phone is. Sporting what I call a black slate style, the Optimus G is quite literally one of the smoothest phones I have ever handled. In terms of build, the Optimus G employs a more squared edge design and is just a smidgen smaller than the Samsung Galaxy S3. The size and shape of this phone allow it to fit safely and comfortably in my hand, and there were never any fears of the phone slipping from my grasp. The top end has the headphone jack and one microphone, the right panel holds the power switch, and the left side has the volume rockers. The bottom of the phone takes the industrious look further with two Torx screws flanking the micro USB port. Even if these screws are removable, you're unfortunately dealing with a non-replaceable battery here. The back portion of the phone houses the speaker near the bottom, as well as the camera, of which has a popped-out design that might lead to some scratches down the line if you happen to slide your phone around a lot. Coming over to the front, one can't help but be impressed with LG's offering on the Optimus G's screen. The True HD IPS Plus LCD display can display a resolution of 1280 by 768 at a 318 ppi pixel density to provide a crisp and highly enjoyable viewing experience. As seen here, I was able to see the display quite well under broad daylight. Kudos go to the zero gap technology, which essentially means that only the glass window lies between you and the actual LCD screen itself. This also lends to the incredible responsiveness of the screen. I felt as if the screen was responding within a millisecond of my touching the surface, and navigating the phone as a result was a breeze. The hardware underneath all of this beauty is just as impressive. LG is the first manufacturer to widely release a phone with a quad-core processor. That's right, a quad-core 1.5 GHz Snapdragon processor that provides a snappy experience. I had basically no hiccups on the phone, as apps opened seamlessly and multitasking was easy to do. You get 2 GB of RAM for running multiple apps at once, and the 32 GB of internal memory should be adequate for most users. A lack of expandable memory is a sacrifice you make for such a well-packaged, powerful phone. Nonetheless, the performance of this phone is definitely eye-opening, as this benchmark app rates it among some of the best current phones. LG's Optimus G on Sprint is capable of connecting to 3G and 4G LTE, though the problem here is that Sprint has yet to widely spread LTE across the states. If you happen to be in an area that has 4G LTE coverage, then you will have unlocked essentially every capability of this phone. Unfortunately, I did not have coverage in my location, so this is one of the few weaknesses holding this otherwise amazing phone back. Near-field communications are available on this phone, and are worth a mention due to the inclusion of LG Tag Plus stickers. These can be used as a quick way to change your phone settings. Simply tap the back of the phone to the tag, and your phone will perform the programmed tasks. This is a quirky feature with loads of potential. Imagine a routine where you tap your phone to the NFC tag at work to ensure your phone is silent, using Wi-Fi, etc. The Optimus UI makes a comeback in version 3.0 on the Optimus G, and is one of the most customizable stock operating systems out there. Even the lock screen has many options, as it is customizable with 4 app launchers found on the bottom. In this case, I am using the Ink Unlock effect and the Biz theme, which are just a couple of the different effects and themes readily available. Despite my usual penchant for third-party launchers and customizations, I actually found myself enjoying the Optimus aesthetic. It was stylish, organized, and provided many options, such as the quick toggles found in the drop-down. Of note is the Quick Memo function, which takes the basic task of screen capture and adds a welcome layer of editing to it. Simply go to the drop-down notification area and hit Quick Memo. You can write right on the resulting image with your finger and even highlight to your heart's content. This is quite useful for when you encounter something you want to save, but you need a quick, fast, and editable way of doing so. And all that brings me to the camera, one of the most exciting features of this phone, at least for me. At a whopping 13 megapixels, this camera provides quite a punch, and in my testing is suitable for a multitude of different situations. You have basic ISO, white balance, and touch focus settings here. And while image quality is understandably below that of dedicated cameras, it is definitely a cut above your typical Instagram food shots or self-portraits. A few features sweeten the pot, however. There is an HDR mode to punch out more color in your photos, and a panorama feature that proved a good performer in this particular shot. time catch shot is a worthwhile feature that helps solve the problem of either jittery hands or blinking subjects. The camera continuously takes shots shortly before and after hitting the shutter button, and when the picture is captured, a listing of about half a dozen different pictures are made available for selecting the perfect one. Cheese shutter is just a fun way of capturing a shot.
Kimchi.
When it came to video, I found myself happy to have this phone available to record videos of nearly any nature. While low light capabilities of this camera are admittedly but unsurprisingly lacking, video came out quite nicely under good lighting conditions. In an age when iPhones can be used to record artistic, indie, and even some feature productions, it is nice to know that the Android side is moving in that same direction. With a little bit of creativity and some tools, I was able to get the shots you saw at the beginning of this video and these as well. My satisfaction with the final videos has led me to believe that the LG Optimus G is a viable backup camera solution for amateur and even some serious artists. As a wise man once said, the best camera you have is the one on you. And so, there you have it. LG's coming out party has just begun, and if you are interested in celebrating with them, the LG Optimus G will set you back $199.99 with a contract on Sprint. With killer processing power, an incredible screen, and a more than capable camera, this is plenty to love packed into one of my favorite looking phones ever. Just check if you have 4G LTE in your area, or at least coming soon, as it is one of the only things holding back the LG Optimus G. For my full written review, head over to Android Authority, your source for all things Android.